What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Daniel DeSalvo. I'm 29 years old, certified personal trainer, certified online trainer, and I have been at 10% or less body fat, lean, loving my physique for the last 12 plus years since I started training at the age of 17. Now, in this video, what we're going to talk about is how to be insanely consistent with your fitness. And we know to have results in any part of life, we have to be relentless. We have to be insanely consistent and insanely committed. So that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video. All right, so I wanted to come out to the car to deliver the rest of the content to you guys. So I got my phone here just to stay focused, just to stay on point with everything. So to be insanely consistent with your fitness, I broke this up into two categories of bullet points and strategies here. So the first one we're going to start with is tactical planning, and then the second one that we're going to cover later is the mindset and visualization, and they're both incredibly important. So let's start with the first one, tactical planning. So number one, you want to put your movement, your training, your fitness, put it on your calendar and commit to it, and put down the day and time. Because if maybe you've experienced this, I've certainly experienced this, the times where it's just been in my head, oh, I'm going to work out tomorrow. I'm going to work out on Friday. I'm going to work out starting Monday. It may happen, like I've done it, but at the same time, like it helps tremendously in terms of consistency when it is on the calendar at a day and time. You want to treat it as a top priority, right up there with eating, right up there with sleeping. If you're trying to make a significant change in your health, in your body, that's an absolute must. You have to treat it like it is a top priority, because it is. It's your health. It's the greatest ROI you'll ever have, is the time and effort and energy that you put into your own vessel here. You want to make it a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. Make it a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. Number two, on tactical planning, be realistic with the frequency and intensity of your workouts. So what this means is, if you're just starting out, you may have the motivation to be like, all right, I need to do something different. I'm going to work out every day. Is that realistic? Some people it is, but you got to gauge, you have to be realistic. You have to gauge where you're at, what you can sustain over the course of a 6, 8, 12 week program to really see those results, because there's a couple different things that go into this. If you say, oh, I'm going to, go crazy with frequency, and then you don't fulfill on that, as humans, we may fall into, self-loathing, feeling bad for ourselves, telling ourselves stories that, oh, we're not good enough, or who are we kidding, thinking we can be that, consistent or something. So be realistic with it. If that means you work out 3 days a week, do it. If you can be consistent with that, again, but then you're filling in the gaps with the other things in your lifestyle, your nutrition, your sleep, meditation, stress management, drinking enough water, of course. And to be honest with you right now, my workout program, it is 3 days a week. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, intense full body workouts those days, and I supplement the other days with mobility, with some core training, but those main 3 workouts, it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So be realistic with the expectations of the frequency and intensity you put on yourself. Next, have a plan of exactly what your workouts are going to be, down to the sets, the reps, the rest time, and then the resistance and the weight level. This is pretty self-explanatory, but you just have to be specific with what you're going to do. We've all gone into the gym before, and it's like, I'm going to work out upper body today. I'm going to work out back. I'm going to work out legs. And it's just like, all right, what machines, what things do I remember off the top of my head? Oh, let's go on Instagram and look at what exercises. No, the recipe for success: go into your workouts with a concrete plan. Number one, you're going to save time. Number two, you're going to give yourself a great pat on the back, because you're just putting yourself on a whole nother level. Most people don't do this. Most people don't go into their workouts or even their days with a solid plan of execution. So go into it knowing exactly what you're going to do. That's what I do with this Monday, Wednesday, Friday 3 days a week workout. Monday and Wednesday are the same. Friday, I switch up, I think,
only two exercises out of them, but I have the reps, the sets, how long I'm resting, all of that. So be specific with exactly what you're going to do. Next one, number 4 on tactical planning. You cannot be consistent if you are injured. So you want to create in your training, you want to create a balanced approach with your training focused on your physique goals as well as mobility and injury prevention. So if you're trying to be insanely consistent, you can't really be consistent if you injure yourself. So with whatever your goal is, putting on muscle, burning fat, losing weight, no matter what, it's always going to require intensity, pushing yourself. But with that, you have to balance it with foam rolling, mobility, stretching, yoga, whatever you want to do. I would recommend some of those, if not all of them, to then injury prevention, prehabilitation, injury reduction, so that way you can actually last through that 6-12 week program and actually be consistent with it. Number 5 in tactical planning, this is a good one. This is a good one. It has to do with environment. Strategically remove yourself from situations and environments that you know may likely sabotage your consistency. Strategically remove yourself from environments and situations you feel may sabotage your consistency. You know your lifestyle better than anybody, and your routines and habits. So some examples of this: going out and eating low quality food, going to the bar, staying up late, staying out late, putting alcohol in your body. I'm just keeping it real with you guys, because you want to think, how do I feel during those situations? How is my energy? How do I feel about myself, my goals? Am I even thinking about my goals in those situations? Then also, how do I feel the next day, knowing, oh, I don't feel like working out today because my head, or you absorb other people's energy, right? You absorb other people's energy. You know what I'm talking about. So you want to strategically remove yourself from environments and situations that are going to sabotage your consistency. On the flip side, put yourself into those situations and environments that's going to assist you in being more consistent, whether that's the people, just maybe staying home, making yourself a good healthy meal on a Friday night, focusing on your goals, spending that time with a good friend, significant other. Lots of good things you can do if you're creative with it. Last one on the list for tactical planning with lifestyle here. So if you're traveling, or you know your routine is going to be different for a few days or a few weeks, you want to be strategic around getting your workouts in. So if you have a different gym or different equipment, you want to plan your alternatives. So pretty self-explanatory. If you're going to be traveling, if you're going to be in a different environment, you're not going to be at the same gym, or if you work out at home like me, I'm very grateful to have pretty nice, I'll show you later, you guys may have already seen it, a home gym setup, and I'm going somewhere different. I'm not just gonna, I think about it. To me, like being a trainer, being an online coach, this is like my world. I study this, I know it very well. It's pretty easy for me to think about this, and it's a big focus of mine anyway. So if it isn't like in that big focus of yours, but it's important, that you're trying to do for whatever your goals are, you got to think about that. If you're putting yourself into a different environment, a different routine, maybe you're used to going to a gym, but the hotel you're staying at doesn't have a gym. Well, you got to get creative with some, body weight alternatives to do in your hotel room. Or if it is a different gym, kind of scope it out the night you get in, so that way the next morning when you're doing your workout or something, you have a plan of what you're doing, because that saves time, and that's going to that's just going to make everything smoother and help you be insanely consistent. All right, moving on to the second and very, very important section here, and that is mindset and visualization. All right, mindset and visualization. This is the inner world. This is the inner world of your transformation, of you being insanely consistent with your fitness. So first up, there's only 2 here. I only got 2 for you on mindset and visualization, but they're super critical. Number 1, identify limiting beliefs around exercise and working out, and create new empowering beliefs and recite them daily. So this has to do with your self-talk. How do you talk about yourself? How do you think of yourself when it comes to eating better? When it comes to working out consistently? Do you say, I'm lazy. I can't maintain an exercise program. My body doesn't respond well to exercise. I get too sore the next day and I can't be consistent. It's too hard. You need to identify this stuff, take the time and be like, what stuff actually comes up for me? Because this stuff can be so unconscious. It's unconscious. We don't even know what it is half the time. So you want to take some time in a quiet place and ask yourself these: what are my limiting beliefs around exercise, or whatever your goal is? What is my top limiting belief around losing weight? What is my top limiting belief about working out consistently? Let those come up, identify those, identify the cost of what it's been giving you. There's a lot of tools on this. I think I'm gonna make another video on overcoming limiting beliefs with a really great process of doing that. And then what you want to do is create new empowering beliefs and recite them daily. So if you say I'm never consistent with working out, with working out, you want to come up with, that's unique to you, a new empowering belief about that. So one example off the top of my head is, I love moving my body every day. I love moving my body every day. I absolutely love moving my body every day. And I can say that and I feel it because that's an authentic belief of mine. I do move my body every day. It's like a game for me. So you want to identify these limiting beliefs, create a flip of it or a positive version of it, and then recite that daily. I can't tell you how powerful this is. I do a morning walk. I do a walk every single morning, and I speak out loud my goals as if they are present. I am so happy and grateful now that I am working out on a daily basis. These are some examples for you that I am, that I'm losing fat off my waistline. I'm so grateful that my arms are getting bigger and I'm seeing definition in my arms. I'm starting to see my abs. I'm so grateful for that. You start speaking this stuff and you start to create kind of a scripted, authentic story. It's a beautiful cycle you can get in when you start doing this and you really feel into it. So this first point, identify your limiting beliefs around exercise and fitness and create new empowering beliefs and recite them daily. Number two, last one here, goes in with the first one. You want to create a new self-image for yourself. What you'll look and feel like as this new self-image becomes the same one that you see in the mirror. So this is something you want to meditate on. This is definitely goes into some of the deepest parts of you, your inner world. When you close your eyes or you think about yourself in terms of, the beliefs, you also think about yourself in terms of an image or a picture. That person may be in incredible shape. That person may be overweight and fat and lazy, and only you know that, and only I know that for myself. So what you want to do is you want to take some time, meditate on this, just breathe, sit quietly, eyes closed, visualize what that ideal version of yourself looks like, feels like, what they look like naked. Yes, I'm serious. What they look, it's keeping it real. Come on. What they look like naked, what they look like with your favorite outfit on, your favorite t-shirt and jeans on, what you look like in a swimsuit or lack thereof, whatever. Visualize yourself with that ideal body, with that ideal physique, and keep that image until that is the same one that you see in the mirror. This is absolutely critical. It's how you think about yourself, because if you start thinking of yourself, this image, as a lean, fit person with a body transformation, don't you think that's going to feed into all this stuff before in the first section of tactical planning, of being consistent? You damn right it is. I'm just going to read a couple notes here I have on this. How you think about yourself as someone who Yeah, so it goes in with the first one here. When you visualize that self-image, how you think about yourself as someone who loves to work out. It's easy for you to move every day. My body responds amazingly well to exercise. So the first and second one here, those beliefs, those new positive beliefs that you're creating, they go in, they weave together seamlessly with that self-image, with the new empowering beliefs. They go hand in hand. My body responds amazingly well to exercise. And last point on this, science and epigenetics is showing that our beliefs, our deepest beliefs, what we believe to be true about ourselves, has a direct cause and effect on our physiology and biochemistry. It can lead us to action, and it can lead us also to inaction and laziness, how we think of them, how we think of ourselves. All right, so wrapping this video up, I hope that this was incredibly valuable. I really tried to deliver for you guys on this. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. It is my intention to put out more quality content like this, but only you can decide if this is quality content. Drop a comment below. Let me know your questions. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts, your questions. Which of these stands out? Are you already implementing some of these? Which one stands out that you really think is going to give you the most help? And I will tell you, every single one of these I do. A lot of them, just being honest with you, a lot of them are already like second nature and unconscious competence. I don't really have to think about them. But there are some I do. Like, I still plan my workouts. I still know exactly what I'm doing. That's still a part of the game. That never stops. So I hope this was incredibly valuable. Drop a comment, subscribe, like the video. I appreciate your support. Daniel DeSalvo out. Take care.